let's get this party started. Petrified fish. Petrified fish, yeah, shouldn't have left it in the fryer that long, buddy. And it's the name of a knife brand. Yes, it is. G10. Okay, hold on. Hold that thought. What is that? That's titanium. That's not the first time they've used titanium. They had that little bottle opener in a shape of a fish with the little blade, and it was M390. Actually, I had it tested. It was M390. Just kind of shocking. But this titanium pocket clip, 154 cm, I'll have you know. So, okay. And I don't think they're giving them away necessarily, but they're not that expensive. I mean, it just depends on who you are, right? I mean, there's some guys out there that $500 is starting into the budget line. But this is way under $500. Way under $5. I think it was 70 and something like that. Whatever. So I'll give you the link to Petrified Fish. They have a website, by the way. And also, guess what? Yes, they're available on White Mountain Knives. So, LTK is the discount code. So if it's $70, then it's like $63 all in. You're getting 154 cm. You're getting G10. You're getting titanium frame here. We will take this apart. It is a different kind of a cat, isn't it? Because it's got this backspacer that I'm thinking is probably in that proud tradition of titanium. Or I can't tell what that is. Nah, that's metal. So it's either aluminum or titanium. And of course, this is all that. But okay. I get a little bit of magnetism here because I've got a steel liner. So this is a, steel liner in the black blade, which is not my favorite. And I can tell I've been using this. Thought I wiped it down. But, and don't use your knives. I mean, good Lord. I mean, you've got other things that can cut. You don't need to be using your knives. I keep forgetting, and I use my knives. This is good. It's a medium-sized knife. It has a hell of a drop to it, that's for sure. Not one that I necessarily trust. You kind of gotta see. It's not over the detent ball yet until it comes screaming back to cut your finger off, and then it's past the detent ball. Congratulations. So be careful. But it can be pretty fidget friendly as well. It's very unusual. I don't know. This is probably not, and I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm going to anyhow. Not my most favorite design from Petrified Fish. I like the 949. I definitely like the Beluga, and there's several others. The PFE01 I like, that cleaverish looking thing, and etc. So there's some others that I do prefer, but this one is so different. I just thought this is worth getting my hands on. And sometimes, you can do yourself wrong by just dismissing something before you actually get your hands on it and really check it out. So now it's fairly light. It's a reasonable size. Let me see if I got... Good Lord, what do we got over here? There's my bruiser from To Ya Knife. I had lost track of it, and then I found it. So it's back on the desk. I use it, problem is, I use it so damn much. And then this, Frosty, PM2, it's bigger. So this is not, a mammoth knife. But let's check it out because it's probably bigger than, it's 3.5 inch, 8.1 overall, so 90 millimeters. And then did I give you the 20.5 centimeters? Now, let's get this out of the way and we can 0.45, fairly slender at 11.5 millimeters, and snug it up here. 3.4 millimeter blade stock at 0.13, so not too shabby. It's definitely bigger than my swayback, right? For sure. Yeah, I like this one. Little button lock, kind of nice to have as a little convenient carry. But this one, probably pretty light as well. It feels fairly light. So, okay, and where we got to see, we got that liner. It's right there. Don't try and disengage it there. You got to get up to this and down. And 98 grams. So, yeah, it's going to be fairly light when it's under 100 grams. Yeah, 3.46 ounces. Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. Ergos are pretty straightforward, but here's the problem. And this is the thing that I was just kind of wondering about why on this knife. First of all, I get that they cut this away because they thought it'd be cool to have Petrified Fish billboarded on there. And then there's, and then there's the thought that maybe billboarding is not the way to go. Okay, I know you're proud, but, And then here comes this. I think I'd have brought this down to this, because then you've got this sticking up, right? Okay, this is just sticking out. I was looking at it in the pictures before I got it, and I was saying, okay, that can't be right, because then when you grip this, you're not going to have the full knife in hand. You're going to have just this rail thing kind of cutting into your fingers, correct? And yes, you are. Now, on the other hand, if you're doing heavy cutting for hours, blah, 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 whatever, this is probably going to get tiresome here. Really, for all practical purposes, for most, like 99.5% of my cutting tasks, this is not really impacting me as far as I feel, because it's right in this area, and you wrap around, and of course, hands are very, able to adapt to different surfaces. So, no, it really doesn't bother me. Pocket clip doesn't bother me either. So, okay. Didn't get over the detent ball. That's one thing. It's easy to disengage, okay? But you gotta let it drop, okay? Flipper tab is pretty muted. And yeah, I like this. They did have, by the way, copper, and you might be able to get that. Don't you love it? It was such a nice fuzzy picture here, but titanium, or I got the titanium, okay? But you could get with copper, so you want to make sure that the knife at least weighs 1.5 pounds. Go get the copper one, yeah, because hey, if you can lift it, you shouldn't even own it, right? And yeah, I've never been a big fan of copper. First of all, I don't like the smell on my hand. And second of all, I don't like the added weight. I don't mind if something weighs a lot, but you better give me a hoss. You better be a freaking bull, huge. And then it can weigh a lot, and I don't give a damn. Here you got a little cutaway here for sharpening, and should be a pretty good, well, hell, should be a pretty good little blade for piercing, slicing. Come on, let's get some paper off of that rack. Okay. All right, okay. Initially, yeah, it's pretty sharp right out of the box, so we're good there. What did I mark this thing up? Yeah, PFE03. It's called the Zero. Good thing I looked, right? Called the Zero. Did you know that? Well, I'll have it on the title, so you'll know that. But, okay, reasonable ergos because it doesn't get too complicated here. Reverse grip, yeah, that's okay. That's okay. So there and blade to handle length is reasonable. Yeah, okay. Design flow is pretty good. Like I said, flipper tab is pretty muted. So I don't know. Is this doesn't just jump out and say, God, I love this design. You know what I'm saying? So to me, but this, you know, a lot of times I'm in contrast with a lot of enthusiasts, and they will like a lot of designs that I'm not big into. So this could just be me. I'm sure as far as lightweight, practical, fidget friendly, it's got titanium, it's budget friendly. So maybe this is your cup of tea. Let's see what we can do to destroy this knife. Oh, and by the way, and you know what? I need to get back to Petrified Fish on all this insanity here that they've got with, is this? Yeah, these are number 6s. With the number 6 body screws, you know what? I don't think I've ever actually just gone straight at them on this. I've mentioned it on my reviews, but either they dismiss me offhand or they really don't watch my reviews, which, you know, God only knows. They may not. They got better things to do, like making knives. Okay, so let's kill this. Oh, something was turning. Oh, yeah, it was turning. Okay, did I stop it? I don't think we've got... Oh, we do have a squared off pivot there. But that was moving. Okay, well, we'll know more about that when we get into it. And I guess we're going to get into it. And I guess I didn't get this all the way unscrewed. So, what was I looking at? Oh, okay, never mind. Thought I saw something over here on the side of the table. Okay, yikes. Okay, let's get this out. And of course, this is lock bar side, and it's weight relieved, and it's titanium. And so this is kind of, kind of bolted in here or screwed in here. And then, of course, the pocket clip comes from the other side. And I guess kind of helps secure that lock bar as well. Ceramic detent ball. And of course, you got a steel washer there because you got titanium. Let's move this off. And of course, yeah, we've got ceramic bearings. And then we've got the blade stop here. Okay. And then we've got this, which is definitely, yeah, that's definitely metal. Is it titanium? I guess I'm gonna, yeah, it feels a little heavy for aluminum. I'm thinking that's titanium. And, you know, of course, so is this, so, yeah. All right. Let's see what we got here on this. Okay, so we got a squared off piece here. Okay, but check this out. Is this squared off? No. Okay, so you got a piece of steel in here that's going, you don't need a washer because you got this steel support in this G10 because you don't have a liner under here. And of course, then that supports the blade stop. Okay. So that's, and then there's no squared off spot here. So we've got a squared off pivot, but the reason it was turning is because there's nothing to stop it. There's nothing that it mates with here to stop it from spinning. It doesn't stop there, and it ain't gonna stop here. So what's the point of squaring it off? You might as well have left it round. That's kind of bizarre. Maybe they got so used to doing the squared off pivot that they just did it because they have that size available or whatever. Odd. Okay. Let me see. Well, okay, that's steel. Let me see. What was I thinking? Okay, over here. Okay. And so there's your steel washer as well. inside here. But yeah, okay. Go figure, right? And of course it's magnetic there, but not here. Okay. Okay. All right. Finally figured out that I was looking at something over on the table. It was my mic. I never hooked it up. Okay, whatever. We gone halfway through. A little bit of echo in the room, but I think we'll get over that. And where's my goop? I was looking for my goop. There it is. KPL. Somebody asked a question about this the other day. This is called Knife Pivot Lube. Of course, probably 99% of you guys know about this. I'm trying to think, how much have I got in here? Hold on. About 33% left. Okay. And this isn't the only bottle I got. I think I got about 2 more bottles over there that are full. So I think I got enough to last me for, I can't remember the last time I ran out. This stuff has got to last for freaking a year. That's taking knives apart like one a day, I'm sure. That's a bunch. Okay. And, there's a bunch of different lubes for pivots on knives. I'm sorry. I don't think one makes that big a difference over another, to me, personally. Of the different ones, I've used probably 6 different types of lube. I can't appreciate the difference. So it's kind of like, high-end audio to medium-grade audio. If it, you can measure the sound response on a machine, but if your ear can't hear it, then it's lost on you. So it's lost on me, buddy. It's lost on me. Okay, let me put this back in here. Okay. And shit, come on. What do we got here? Okay, so we've got the Petrified Fish logo, which we're going to have to be a little careful with because there's nothing under the cap that centers it, and they got nothing else going on there. Okay. We need our blade. Stop. And I guess, see, when you have this centered correctly, right? Where does the flat spot show? It kind of at an angle and upwards. So yeah, it's really not directed at anything. That's odd. Let's put bearings on here. And then another person's on several occasions told me the bearings, I'm putting them in backwards, and so I need to turn them around. I've always faced them like this, but you know what? I don't think there's any difference in the performance to me because the bearings either way are going to stick out of their ring. So they're going to make, I think, about the same amount of contact one way or the other. So I don't know. You can voice your opinion on that as well, because I don't know what more to tell you about that. That's there. I reckon this has got to go through here, and then everything hits that stop right there. It should be good. So, but the screw comes back from behind here. So, okay. So I should just be able to sit this down on here like that and put this in here and just kind of seat this down a little bit. Not too hard, because I got to figure out how to line up my logo here. And then from the back side, these look the same. Length, etc. So I think these are the same deal. Let's see if we can find a home for that one. Okay, we're good. Let's knock that one out. And put it back in. So that's a little wonky when you put that backspacer on because it's a different kind of cat, this thing here. But I guess that's it. Now let me see if I can go ahead and kind of loosen this up enough to where I can turn this whole pivot. Okay, let's straighten this logo out. Okay, we've got it. Now let's see if we can hold it in place while we tighten this down adequately. And not too damn tight. Okay. Are we good? Have we got... No, there's no play. And it drops good. So I guess we're back together on this. Back with the Zero. And you know what? That's pretty good. The action's pretty good. Even though I got the bearings backwards, the action is indistinguishable from the way it was from the factory. So maybe the factory doesn't know. Take care. I'm going to let you go. It's the Petrified Fish, the PFE03 Zero. Yeah. We do. We love them knives. You guys, stay sharp.